Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. During the week I made a poll asking you guys what would you prefer to see for this week's video, One Piece manga / anime related content or a One Piece Treasure Cruise discussion. Not a lot of people actually voted, but the One Piece Treasure Cruise discussion topic won. So let's talk some One Piece Treasure Cruise. From the time I made my demotivation video around the game, has it actually improved at all? Well, the short answer to that is no. The long answer to that is hell no. But why is that? So I essentially stopped close after the release of Kaido vs Luffy. After that, two more Super Sugofest parts were released, Law vs Blackbeard as another versus Super Sugofest exclusive unit with another legend, and then part 3 with Shanks vs Kid as another Super Sugofest exclusive versus unit, and of course alongside another legend and the new rare recruits of the batch. Kind of expected, to be honest. It happens every summer, we get this kind of structure for a Super Sugofest. Gear 5 Luffy last year was an immense success. This Super Sugofest was also a success, not as big as Gear 5 obviously, but still did good numbers. And the huge problem with the structure, especially this year, is that the legend of the previous part did not actually get boosted at all for the event of the legend of the next part. So for example, Luffy vs Kaido and the batch of the first part was not boosted at all during the Pirate King Adventures event, where we got Law vs Blackbeard. Only the Law vs Blackbeard batch was boosted. Essentially, the Super Sugofest parts became just one event exclusive batches. And it's not like Luffy vs Kaido and the batch was boosted for a low amount. That would be okay. They were not boosted at all. They were not present in the boosted list. And now, why is that a problem? We know they have found a formula where every new event gets a new batch because probably it makes them more money, and have stuck with it for a long time, through years, right? Why is it a problem now? Why does it make the game worse? Well, first of all, we have a huge Super Sugofest release with Kaido vs Luffy. Even though we are going back to Wano and a lot of people were not happy with that, Kaido vs Luffy is still a very big unit to release in the game. So a lot of people will be interested in it, and it was also heavily advertised. Kaido vs Luffy is finally coming to OPTC, right? But they never said more Super Sugofest parts will be coming. Obviously, they did not, or they would not, specify that it would be Law vs Blackbeard or Shanks vs Kid, but instead of just releasing Luffy vs Kaido, like we got only Uta during the Film Red Super Sugofest, or just Gear 5 Luffy in last year's Summer Super Sugofest. This year we also got Yamato in part 1 as a Super Sugo and a normal legend. But then we still got two new parts with Law vs Blackbeard and Shanks vs Kid, and they also got another legend with them. So we essentially got 3 Super Sugofest versus units, plus another Super Sugofest unit in Yamato, and 3 normal legends, which equals to 7 units in the span of approximately a month. And each of them were only boosted in their own event. Now, if that doesn't look like scummy behavior, I don't really know what does. Let's say you were hyped for Luffy vs Kaido, you pulled a lot for them, you got them. Awesome. You played them and had a very easy time during the designated event, and then you're probably going to use them in Kizuna here and there as well because they are a good unit. But in approximately 2 weeks, here is the new shiny Super Sugofest versus unit for Pirate King Adventures. If you can't pull them because you got Luffy vs Kaido, well, tough luck. You will have a hard time during the Pirate King Adventures. There's no way possibly you can get maximum rewards, and actually, even if you did pull Law vs Blackbeard, no one guarantees you will get the best rewards possible during the 9-day period, because the Hime Turtle drop rates are that bad. I would definitely understand if Luffy vs Kaido was boosted at a lower multiplier, right? Even if a new multiplayer was created specifically for these pirating adventures, because Luffy vs Kaido is a strong unit. But instead, because they are a strong unit, they decide to not boost them at all. Even if people built around Luffy vs Kaido to clear pirating adventures, Luffy vs Kaido would still give you significantly less drops than Law vs Blackbeard. That should be enough of an incentive if you do value your characters, but apparently after 2 weeks they go extinct. Just have fun using them in the recollection archive versus 8-year-old raid quests. Even though some veteran players especially could make an estimated guess that more parts were coming in the Super Sugufest, it still does not excuse the system. And on top of that, more legends were releasing in between the Super Sugufest parts. So for example, we got Memories Whitebeard after Luffy vs Kaido, and then after Law vs Blackbeard, we got Lucci and Kaku as a treasure map legend. And talking about treasure map, they also changed the multipliers of the new boosters in a way so if you get all of the new boosters, you approximately still get the same multiplier distribution and the same treasure map points. But if you don't, you need to play more because you get less treasure map points, once again trying to make people to pull. And the thing is that with the legend, a lot of people used them as friend captain only in order to not only get a higher point multiplier for the intrusion and main boss battle, but to also have more help and clear those two battles easier. Now that strategy is nerfed as well because it gives a lower amount of treasure map points, which means you need to do more runs. And we have also seen quite a lot of treasure maps this year, where the intrusion battle and the main boss battle had very annoying mechanics to deal with. So the new legend as friend captain might be necessary for a lot of teams and a lot of people's boxes in order to clear properly. And by the way, all of that, not only in between Super Sugufest parts, but also after they decided for some reason to replace the login bonus gems with random rare recruit tickets. And now the overall gem income is less from some events as well, like Pirate King Adventures, where some of the Chopperman mission gem rewards even got halved. So they provide less of a gem income, but expect players to pull more. And the cherry on top, they tell us that they love listening to our feedback and take it very seriously, and they also do expect us to actually believe that. Kizuna could not actually escape from becoming a bit worse, now needing you to do more runs if you want all of the desired rewards, and I don't know how, but they managed to once again make whales annoyed with the whole damage cap fiasco during the Kizuna super boss. And it is understandable if you spend all of this money in the game to get all of these characters and max their premium abilities, then you want to see big numbers. So let's limit them from doing damage. In the mode where you're actually supposed to aim for high numbers of damage. It's like it doesn't make sense. Like the entire game, to be honest, essentially after the 10th anniversary. I do not understand it, it seems nonsensical. A lot of people blame Yoshi. I don't even know if he is in charge anymore, and why would he appear even if he is in charge and make a developer video or something, right? There's no point if he doesn't have anything good to say. We can all see the One Piece Treasure Cruise team letters just saying, oh, we love feedback here, pull for the new character. Why would you make a developer video for that? But hey, don't forget to pull for the new Kobe, I guess. Please don't. So is One Piece Treasure Cruise ruined? Well, if Bandai doesn't wake up soon, it might be. And it might get even worse. Let me know in the comments though, what do you think about everything discussed in this video? Even with how bad it is at the moment, is OPTC still the best available One Piece gacha game out there? Check the video on the left where I discuss about One Piece gacha games, and you can check the video on the right about a fun One Piece story with One Piece Treasure Cruise gameplay in the background. As always, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.